talking about PCD, what is it? Every time when we are talking about working in plan design, every time that we will start a new project or do a quotation for a new project, we need to estimate the number of hours that must be consumed to do that project. That is what the design offices sells, the main hours to build or to develop projects. So in this case, in the taking this way, when we are starting a new project in the next weeks, maybe the next weeks, I'm starting a new project, doing the basic engineering of a new project, and in order that to the company size how much it will cost, each discipline must fill a PCD, a project control document. The name of this document can vary from company to company, but what matters here is that there is a document where the chemical process engineer will list the documentation that will be issued during that phase of the project, in this case, basic engineering, and the chemical process engineer must inform how many hours will be expended in each document. More than that, when we are talking about developing a project, we have not only the documents, but we have also activities to be done. So in many cases, I need to participate in meetings, I need to do some kind of technical evaluation of other disciplines documents. So all of these must be listed in the PCD in order to get the total amount of hours that are needed to build the project. For instance, when I starting basic engineering, I have the process simulation that I must develop. So if it is from the scratch, I will expend some amount of hours. If I already have a previous project, I will spend less hours to do that process simulation. So even though I am doing the same project, eventually different people will expend different number of hours to do the same work. I have to develop also the process flow diagram, because although I built my process flow diagram in the process simulation, that is not a deliverable of the project. In many cases, the companies don't deliver the process simulation to the customer. So I have a specific drawing with stamp to issue to the customer, and there I have the equipment, I have the main lines, I have the main controls, and based on that, I need to estimate the number of hours that I will expend of that. In basic engineering, we also develop the pipe instrumentation diagram, the preliminary one. Of course, that will have a lot of holes in the process in the pipe instrumentation diagram, but up to this point, we have seen that we have three main documents: the process simulation, and the process simulation is important to export the heat and material balance. We have the process flow diagram, we have pipe instrumentation diagram, and we have also the engineering reporting or process engineering report. Depends on the name, depends on the company. It has different names, but it is a Word document. It's like a report where we summarize everything that are inside of the scope of the project in the process engineering point of view. And there are some other documentation that I need to develop: line list, equipment list, manual valve list. In some cases, I have also to do a preliminary hazard identification or a hazard, depending on if you are quoting the main hours to do detail engineering, you will estimate the hours needed to do a hazard. So all of these will sum up in the PCD, and in the end, you will have the total amount of hours expended by the process engineering. The company has a standard fee for junior engineers, for principal engineers, for senior engineers, and they will multiply the numbers of hours by the fee hours of the employee, and with that we have the amount of money expended or estimated to be expended during that phase of the project. And if it is internal, it goes to approval, internal approval of the company, of the board. But if it is to a customer, estimation for a customer, I doing a project for a new other company, it will compound, or it will be part of the quotation.